Good morning. We have Tyrese on the line.
What up, OG?
What's going on, sir?
What's happening, man? Family, what's up? What's happening?
My brother Tyrese out here starting trouble as usual.
Uh-oh.
Raising hell.
Oh, my
You didn't
God.
like Chris Rock's opening monologue at the Oscars?
Well, I seen it online. A lot of what he said was very powerful and needed. But, it just made it real obvious that, him, along with everybody else, was feeling the effects of not, the lack of diversity. It's amazing that he wants to tear down Jada Pinkett Smith on stage, but yet every joke that he cracked that was associated to diversity was around a movement that she started. You know what I mean? Like with the last couple of years, this hashtag for Oscars So White has been floating around, and having a problem with the Oscars being so white, it's not necessarily just a problem with people that are either capable of getting a nomination, being invited to attend the awards or not. We got kids, we got sons and daughters, and, we can't just sit back and just let this continue to happen. You know what I mean? If you decide to jump out there, then you pretty much take yourself off the list of ever being nominated or winning because you're being vocal about it. You know what I mean? So you got to be willing to take it on the chin if you're going to have a position. So she jumped out there because her husband didn't get nominated, and it started a movement. You know what I mean?
What do you think about people like Kerry Washington? She went and she said, she is a voting member of the Academy, she said, for the past 3 years. But she felt like she needed to go to represent and have her voice heard in that way and to affect change within.
I respect that. I mean, well, listen, if you know anything about movies, you know that on every movie set and TV show, they have what they call a prop master. And then you have props. If you need a gun, if you need a watch, you need glasses, you need jewelry. I feel like right now, until things change, we're being used as props by the prop masters.
Oh, so you're saying they're not really inviting black people because they want them there. They just doing it because everybody's making a lot of noise about it.
It's like, look, we do like black people. We got a host. We do like black people. Look at the president of the Oscars. We do like black people. Look, Reginald Hudlin is producing the Oscars. So don't use me as a prop. You know what I'm saying? Don't invite me to your house for dinner and then the N-word is flying every other word out of your mouth. Donald Trump, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't play with me.
But Ty, you got to break a few eggs to make an omelet. He did have a good point that you can't boycott something you weren't invited to. And I love Jada and Will, but it's not like Will spoke up and said it. Because like you said, if you speak up and say it, then people are not going to nominate you for Oscars in the future. It's not like Jada going to be nominated for an Oscar anytime soon.
Well, I mean, listen, if she goes and does the right project, we can't count her out.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like we can say that her as an actress is complete trash.
No, absolutely not.
And
Never.
so if she gets the right script, the right director, and she hit it out the park, then she deserves a shot, whether she's been vocal about it or not. Here's the thing. I talked to Jada today. I ain't going to put our whole conversation out there, but at the end of the day, it's amazing to me when she gave me her list of all of these prominent black directors, writers, producers, and executives, including some powerful Jewish people that pretty much run the town, who have all been calling her, showing up for her, supporting what her position is, but none of these people are going public.
Right.
Don't privately support me and stand with me and not be willing to jump up on your timeline.
That's real.
When you spoke to her, how did she feel about what Chris Rock said?
Well, like I said, I can't go into what our conversation was, but she reached out to me to thank me for having her back and supporting her. And so for me, it's very simple. As much as we can make this a black issue, I got a daughter, I got a mama, I got a sister. If I found out this nightclub has been putting ecstasy and Molly in women's drinks and raping them, why would I go hang out at that club?
That's real.
If I have a problem with something, I'm going to be vocal about it. I know more white people than most white people. I don't have a racist bone in my body.
Yeah.
I don't have a racist bone in my body. This is not the pro-black movement. This is about saying if you're willing to leave your kids I make movies. I got over $6 billion in box office receipts on
We
my
know
name.
Tyrese.
Tokyo is
You little
Tyrese.
humble
I'm
brag
I'm just saying,
himself.
if you're willing to leave your family, miss out on pickups and drop-offs at school and parent-teacher conferences, and you're sacrificing. Like, I just had a mom in critical condition. I just so happened I wasn't working on the movie, but if I was working on the movie, I had to deal with my mom being in critical condition while I'm working on the set. If I'm putting down an Oscar-worthy performance, I'm sacrificing. I'm missing out on precious moments in my daughter's life from being on a movie set. I should not be robbed of the opportunity to be nominated and win an Oscar if I'm putting my best foot forward. Whether I'm black, white, Latin, Asian, Native American, gay, or straight. If I'm putting down the best job and the best performance, I deserve an opportunity to be nominated. It has nothing to do with seeking validation from white people. It's a matter of if I'm putting down the best job, I deserve an opportunity like everybody else.
Who do you think deserved it this year, Tyrese? Like out of everything you saw last year, black, who you think deserved it?
I'm standing with Idris Elba.
Idris Elba. Okay.
Yeah, I'm rocking with him, and
I think Ryan Coogler should have got Best Director for Creed.
I think he definitely deserved a nomination. And, I'm gonna tell you honestly, Straight Outta Compton did it for me too.
Okay.
And I happen to be from Watts.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're
but
biased,
Straight Outta
man.
Compton, just as an I think the dude who played Eazy-E in Straight Outta Compton definitely deserved a nomination.
I thought he was good, but not Oscar nominees.
He hit it out the park. Like it's like I don't know who this dude is, never heard of him. For him to like jump into that role and rock it the way he did, I was impressed. And F. Gary Gray, period. And so for me, again, change is uncomfortable. I hope they don't hold this against me or Jada Pinkett Smith or anybody else who had a position, because when people are uncomfortable, when corporate America has cut all of these checks thinking that running their commercials and their ads in between the commercial breaks is still going to have the ratings, and it was the lowest in 8 years, then that's when change really comes.
Well, we appreciate you checking in, Tyrese.
Always, man. It's always love. I've been getting calls all week, and I ain't want to talk to nobody with my family at the Breakfast Club. We love.
We appreciate you, my brother.